Excuse me? Oh my goodness. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Fail. Today we're checking out Battlestar Galactica. This one is season number 1, episode number 3. The last episode was rather wet. We lost some water. There is some blowing up shenanigans going on, which I am not a fan of, but I'm enjoying how it's going. That being said, guys, let's see how this one goes. I'm waiting for the confrontation that's gonna happen there with Boomer. With that being said, guys, let's get into this one. Smack the like button if you enjoy it. Subscribe if you haven't already, and links down below for the full on edits. Let's see what's happening in BSG today.
Reveille, morning station for Battlestar Galactica. All hands report to your station.
All right, let's see how the base is.
Whoa.
Cheers.
We scouted the ice moon, found an entire subsurface ocean. I've got reports and video for you, sir. We've registered temperatures 180 and below, venting of methane and CO2.
Cheer up. You know how lucky we are we found this ugly rock? Water riots breaking out all over the fleet. Even Galactica's down to 10,000 JPs of water. Ever see a man die of dehydration, Chief?
No, sir.
Well, let's hope you never do. It isn't pretty.
We drilled 23 core samples.
Oh, well, there you go. Pure water.
Little
A
hope.
couple of lemons. We could make lemonade.
We will have to melt the ice before we transport it up to the ship.
Sounds like a
A lot of work,
manpower.
yeah.
Ideally 1,000 men, sir.
1,000 men. And where are they gonna come from?
Slave labor.
Their ship wasn't designed for long-term incarceration. These men have been stuck in cramped cells for weeks now.
If they volunteer, but these men are not slaves, and I will not have them treated as such.
No. Sir, these men were on their way to Caprica for parole hearings, which at least implies they may be ready for release.
Billy, to address Commander Adama's concerns, I'd like you to go along and set up some sort of screening procedure to weed out the hardened criminals.
I think we should send someone from ground crew. We'll make sure that all the men that are chosen know how to handle the equipment.
Agreed.
Tough choices,
Excuse me?
seeing tensions arise here.
Do you have a ship's doctor aboard Galactica?
Major Cottle, is there something wrong?
No. Nothing urgent. Allergies.
Petty Officer Duala, conversant in technical details.
Thinking entirely of the mission.
Uh-huh.
I just thought maybe you had something you wanted to say.
I have nothing to say to the personal representative of the president.
I'm still Galactica's lead pilot.
Every man has to decide for themselves which side they're on.
I didn't know we were picking sides.
That's why you haven't picked one yet.
How many total?
1,500. They don't give me their files or their names.
I'm Captain Lee Adama, personal representative of the president.
You already know they're gonna
We're
try
in a
some shit.
crisis. And the good news is we have found water. The bad news is it's located on a moon with harsh environmental conditions. President Roslin feels that you represent our best chance. Any man who volunteers to help us during this emergency will earn freedom points, which can be applied toward earning his release.
But then at the same time, it's like, unless they're just insane and they want to die, it's why risk it? But then also they could think that they're just not gonna actually honor it.
Thank you for your offer.
Decline?
We respectfully decline.
So he runs the show. Who's that?
Terrorist?
Okay. So I thought we had a mixed bunch of people here. I didn't realize it was space ISIS.
So who the hell is Tom Zarek?
He's a freedom fighter.
He's a butcher.
His colony was exploited by the other 11 for centuries. His people were marginalized, brutalized.
I'm from Sagittarius.
Zarek's got the prisoners united. Let's go through Zarek.
Cylon occupied. Ooh, things have changed.
That's what I hate about big cities. No one will help you.
No more shouting. You're making me nervous.
Feel like I'm in a movie.
Just to stop raining.
Guess I'm getting a little...
Depressing? Morbid?
Sorry. Been here longer than you.
Wait, do the Silence have... Oh, I was gonna say, do the Silence have rats?
Hey. Hey. Let's just find a hospital, score some anti-radiation meds. We're doing good. Real good. Hey, someone must be watching out for us.
She's good.
So far. We're the children of humanity. That makes them our parents, in a sense.
True. But parents have to die.
No, that's not necessary.
We're here to talk, sir.
You've never been in a prison before, have you, Captain?
No.
You're fortunate. May I sit down?
All right, let's see if we can break some bread here. And then break the ice. Oh no.
We need these men of yours to help us.
They're not my men.
We're knocking in Morse code.
You're the master. We're the slaves.
The things you've stood for over the years, the book you wrote.
The book that had to be smuggled out of labor camp.
Oh,
Stumps aren't allowed freedom.
So he's a fan. Okay.
It made me question some things I'd accepted before without thinking.
I see you're a big hit on campus.
I understand where you're coming from, but I don't think you understand how critical the situation is out there.
It's bad.
Hey, Stark. It's time for your break.
So he's one of them, huh?
Because it's the truth. Zarek and the SFM, they don't care about...
Also, it's kind of nuts because the last episode of SGA we just saw the other day that went up, he was a supporting actor in that episode of 5X 18 for SGA. And I was like, wow, I really liked his performance.
Your people have been exploited.
Stay where you are, Captain. It'll all be over soon.
Great, now we're getting taken over? Jesus! What are you doing, Captain? Yeah, you're not Captain America, bud. Yeah, it was not looking good, bruv.
Mason is looking after the hostages.
Nice job.
Everything's under control.
Stay frosty there, Billy. Everything's gonna be all right.
I don't know about that.
They don't want to hurt us. That won't get them what they want.
The 1,000 out of 49,000.
Oh, good to see you too.
Really?
No.
I wonder if she's a real blonde.
I love how that's just one of his first thoughts.
Now, one of you has been coming in a little hot lately.
Flat top, sir.
Flat top. You got a need for speed, do ya? Or maybe you have a hot date with your right hand.
Hey, it never gets a headache.
You come in too hot today, you may have to start using your left.
Where's your mummy?
Dead. Where's yours?
I'm looking for Boomer.
1400. Boomer's in the tool room.
A pilot blows his landings and you make a joke out of it?
Screaming at people doesn't always get the best results.
Different approaches.
Trace, careful you don't fall off.
Speaking of falling off, glad to see you found a way to quench your thirst.
God damn, you got toasted, dog.
They won't negotiate while you're holding hostages.
I don't want to negotiate.
So what happens now?
They must know.
We're gonna talk.
What about?
Your father. Would you like some water?
Yes. Thank you.
Where's my Cylon detector, Doctor?
Oh, that. Well, there are a number of obstacles. None of them insurmountable, of course, but they do tend to slow us down.
Cut the BS.
Oh, he sees right through it.
You said you had a way of detecting human from Cylon.
Ah, yeah. You got me.
I keep putting it off. It's my subconscious. It's my subconscious telling me that I'm not the man for this job, please.
They're going to tear your head off and throw your body out of an airlock!
Unfortunately, Doctor, for both of us, you're the last man we have.
They're just leaning into it.
What you say?
Commander, the truth is there is one way.
But what I really need to complete the project
Is a nuclear warhead.
is a nuclear warhead.
Excuse me?
They don't get along, Adama and Rosalind.
They have their differences, but not when it comes to dealing with terrorists.
Is that what you call us?
I thought you said you respected me.
That was before we resorted to violence and hostage-taking.
A warhead.
Technically, I need the plutonium inside.
Technically, I need the plutonium inside.
Okay, she actually was given the
As you
truth
may
on
know,
that.
The Cylons are susceptible to certain kinds of radiation. I can construct a filter that will preferentially ionize synthetic molecules and thus deliver to you your Cylons.
We have 5 warheads left aboard this ship.
That's what I was going to say. How many do we have? We're taking out 20%.
Well, yes, of course. If you really think that this project has a low priority,
It's not that the project has low priority, just... I don't know if I believe you, bro. If I was him, I would think the same.
You'll get your warhead.
Never mind, he's going for it. And he saves the water.
Good boy.
The Master at Arms has been over every inch of that locker. She's come up with nothing.
Endearing. I mean, that's gotta raise some red flags. Unless he
You
knows.
don't honestly think you've been fooling everyone, do you?
Oh, okay, everybody knows. Gotcha.
So the Chief and I are just friends?
Back when the ship was being decommissioned, we let you two get away with it. Hell, we let everyone get away with murder, but that was then and this is now.
The crew are my prisoners. They will not be harmed.
Are you recording this?
Yes, sir. First, the government, which controls our fate, is illegal and illegitimate. I demand the immediate resignation
Of the
Lord
president.
Rosalind and her ministers. I demand free and open elections to choose a new leadership. A new government that represents all of the people. I am Tom Zarek, and this is the first day of the new era.
All right, new era with our boy Tom.
He's trying to bring down the government.
No one's gonna take it seriously.
You have something to learn when it comes to public opinion, Commander.
He's a criminal and a terrorist. People aren't gonna give him credence.
Don't be so sure,
Times are tough
When are you going in?
right now.
I assumed you were gonna talk to him first.
We don't negotiate with terrorists.
Talking to Zarek, give us a little bit more time.
That's what he wants. He wants legitimacy. He wants to be recognized. I watched President Adar offer him a full pardon if he'd apologize and give up violence as a means of political change. He refused.
We jammed their Dratus, the Raptors cut through
I can
the
see
hull
Adama
here,
doing what he has to do here
and here without
against the
being
president's
seen.
decision.
Once we're inside, Alpha takes
What's
the
this
lead.
we crap?
We have a few Marines left on Galactica. Let them handle it, Starbuck.
They don't have a sniper.
She's right. For once.
All right, you're going in.
I don't even know how I drew this detail.
President thought you'd be valuable. I told her. Sorry.
Frequent wireless contact. Keep us informed all the way.
Yes, sir.
Who voted for Laura Rosalind?
That's what I'm saying.
Did you vote for her? The answer is no one.
I'm kind of with Tom on this one.
No one.
Yeah.
What is it you want from me? You want me to say she shouldn't be president? We need a government.
We need to be free men and women. If we're not free, then we're no different than Cylons. Paul is one of the gods, a lord of Kobol. You must be a very special man to be called a god. Good with the bow, god of the hunt, and also god of healing. But a mortal has to pick one side or the other.
Choices again.
Astral Queen, Astral Queen.
Adama's saying it.
Battlestar Galactica. Please respond.
Zeus is calling. Commander Adama, Tom Zarek. How can I help you?
First, I want to make sure that my people are unharmed.
This is Apollo. I'm fine. So are the others. They're located on the
That's
lower...
enough, thank you. How long until you storm the ship?
I'm hoping that won't be necessary.
Your men are on their way, even as we speak.
There's still time to work this out.
Then I look forward to meeting your men.
Whew. Let's heat it up. What?
I knew you were faking.
I'm a light sleeper.
Get up.
Hey, what's going on?
He's got a gun. Ugh, not good. Not good.
Where are you taking her? Callie, it's okay, Callie. Callie, you're gonna be okay. Hey! Captain and Drama!
They're willing to talk. Sounded that way. You want them to storm the ship.
Eyes.
That's it, isn't it?
Board the ships, go back.
You don't want elections. You don't want your freedom. You want a bloodbath.
Comes Rosalind uses Adama's soldiers to massacre the people on the ship. People in the fleet will never, never forgive them.
Oh my God.
She's been trained. We've all been trained and captured.
You've been saying everything you're doing is for freedom. But the truth is, it's all about Tom Zarek and his personal death wish.
They're killing the hostages. Let's go.
What happened to her? Oh my goodness, this is terrifying.
My ear off!
Frick you!
Open the door, she's been shot. You said they weren't animals. What do you call this? He's gonna kill her. Do something. You did this.
Oh,
you put him in a cage.
God.
You made him a monster.
Oh, we're just going full on, huh?
Bravo. Set.
You all deserve to die.
I feel awful for her.
He's gonna do it.
You reap what you sow.
You look at me. You see me.
Thank you. Yeah. Get him out of here.
Come on, Lee. Take out the son of a bitch.
How about it, Tom? You still have a death wish? You're gonna tell your men to help us get that water off the moon. They're gonna work for their points. Then...
Okay, Apollo!
You're gonna get your elections.
What?
Because you're right, Tom. You were right about democracy, and you can have them too. Or you can have this bullet. Your call.
What are you doing? Come on.
Is Starbuck gonna take the shot?
How do I know your father?
Wow, this is actually
You don't.
crazy.
You let the rest of the hostages go, we'll leave this ship in your hands. It's your choice. You reap what you sow.
Big moment. I think he's gonna get shot still. So I'm gonna...
All right.
Lower your weapons.
He says, put him down.
Jaw. No, Starbuck! Starbuck, not like this! Ah! I'm pressed.
Hold positions.
Oh, wow.
I need a medic here.
And that just solidified his trust in him.
I don't believe this.
It's unacceptable.
It's done. Prisoners have full control of the Astral Queen.
They're a threat to the entire fleet.
The ship itself has no weapons.
The ship itself is a weapon.
Yeah, okay, that's a very fair point. They could just crash into them.
You've committed me to holding elections within the year.
You're serving out the remainder of President Adar's term.
When
that term is up in 7 months, the law says there's an election. Now, if you're telling me we're throwing out the law, then I'm not a captain, you're not a commander, and you are not the president.
Oh, this is Dad speaking. You can see it in his eyes. Yeah, you can see it in his eyes.
He's your advisor. I guess you finally picked your side. Madam President.
What the hell is this? Water?
Jet fuel?
That's your ass. There's plenty more where that came from. I have my flaws too.
The difference is my flaws are personal, yours are professional. Thank you, Lieutenant. That'll be all. So, Callie, is it true? You really bite that guy's ear off?
He's lucky that's all I bit off.
Oh, yeah, and she's dying too, right? Like...
I'm sorry, I can come back.
No, it's all right.
I hope you understand. I wasn't being disloyal, Madam President.
I understand. You're upholding the law.
And for what it's worth, 7 months from now, you'll have my vote.
Well, 7 months from now,
Sit.
you might not be here. Right? That's another angle.
There's something I need to tell you. The truth is, I might not be here in 7 months. I told your father that I had allergies, but I have cancer.
I'm so sorry, Madam President. I don't know what to say.
Whether or not I survive this illness, it is of great importance to me that there's a future for the people.
You can count on me.
I know I can. You're Captain Apollo.
Aw, that was easily the best episode and best performance by Apollo. That was great. And that was my reaction video to Battlestar Galactica Season number 1, Episode number 3 here. And this was a tense episode. We had some zealots, we had some zealots, some terrorists, prisoners. I didn't even realize that we had prisoners on the ship until this episode here. And it was quite the dilemma. I found a lot of the performances this episode to be really honed in, especially obviously dealing with each episode's been something like a life or death scenario, whether it's the water supply. Each difficulty just keeps stacking on top of each other. Now we have these elections we have to worry about. I think they did a really great job at just sort of just throwing another whammy into their scenario, especially there with Gaius. You know, it's been a few episodes. He's been trying to stall as long as he can, but with the Cylon threat on the base, between the water depletion and now these this eventual overthrowing of the government and these prisoners, you know, we got to get things moving, right? So like, who's to say that there isn't Cylons in this prison population, right? So it actually was clever to have that Cylon detection plot also thrown in here. You know, subtly, it's like there's also another group of people that we didn't account for being Cylons who might be Cylons, right? So that's interesting. It was also funny to see Adama just see him tweaking here. And notably, we had a friendly neighborhood Cylon there. Her eyes turned like robotic, or you know, they changed. They're much different than previously. So I think once backed into the corner, she actually caved and gave some real information there with the plutonium. Only a few warheads, but we're gonna do what we gotta do. So love that. Adama, and I actually really like Tom.
Bruh, chill.
Played the role of this sort of like charismatic terrorist very well. And again, Apollo, the story of Apollo, Zeus, having to make a choice decision. We had that same sort of narrative there with Adama earlier on in regards to the political choices here. So it's gonna be fun to just see these stories and I guess narratives play out here. Like, is Apollo gonna just end up becoming the president, take up that role? How's that gonna affect him and Adama's relationship in the military? What's gonna go on with these prisoners now, right? So building up well here. So guys, that was BSG 1x3. What'd you think about this one, guys? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. It was also great to see that even in the heat of the moment there, we had Apollo just giving him the option, right? He seems I think I misjudged him earlier on. He seems like a pretty honorable guy. So it was nice to see him trying to be as level-headed and reasonable as possible, and throwing the book quite literally back at the president, because I do agree though. I think this should be a fair election. And then we brought back the whole, you know, health situation with her too. So really good episode, great tension building, solid writing, and probably one of my favorites so far, even though all of them have been very great. So that was 1x3. Let me know what you guys thought about this one in the comment section down below. It was also dope to see Starbuck there with a good old cigar and glasses there, looking like she was in Independence Day. It was funny, we saw Independence Day last week, and I was like, oh, it's a pedophile from Torchwood, and like, oh, wait a second, it was the president in BSG, and she was the vice president there, so I guess she got typecast. Anyway, with that being said, guys, that's it for this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.